Hi and welcome back to another video. So today I am taking a look at a lovely washing machine from Hoover. It's the AXI 9 kilo 1600 RPM washing machine, packed full of features including smart home connectivity. So let's take a look at it in a little bit more depth and see how it performs. So this is the AX1 from Hoover. It's a 1600 RPM 9 kilo connected washing machine, bringing together all the amazing features that you need to get the best out of your clothes. So whether it be you're looking for crisp, nice clean whites or vivid colours out of your coloureds, it really does try and tailor everything to your wash. The nice thing that I've found on this already is the fact that this is a connected washing machine, allowing me to take my mobile device, whether it be a mobile phone or if I've got a tablet as well. It just allows me to use the connected application from Hoover, from the App Store or from Google Play, and it allows me to connect this device to my mobile device and allow me to customize my wash, but also as well to get some notifications too. So for me, one of the biggest things that I've noticed with this is the fact that I can actually get a notification when my wash has finished. Now, somebody who actually uses a tumble dryer on a regular basis, all I want to be able to do is know when this washing machine's finished, so I can take all the washing out, pop it straight into the tumble dryer, which is just next to me, and get my washing done and dusted as fast as possible. So to turn on the unit itself, all I need to do is press this little power button over here in the top right. Just press and hold, and what will happen is it will power up the actual menu system here. Now that's going to give us all the wonderful features available to us, but also as well over here on the left hand side are all of the menu panels as well. So if I select cotton over here, this is going to basically give me the ability to change the actual setting to cotton. This allows me then to see all the different functions that come from that setting. So in this case we've got a 5 hour and 16 minute wash. So this is going to give us the best cotton wash possible, I think, especially at 5 hours, which seems rather a lengthy wash. Now what I can do is I can change all of that by pressing this button over here, and this is basically the soiled level. So if I click on this one, it changes it to 2 hours 32, and what I can do is press it again and I get 1 hour 57. So again, I'm going to get that customization of the exact wash that I want, making sure that the different levels of either whether or not you've been out in the woods messing about in the dirt and the muck and you're covered in mud and you want a really good wash, maybe that 5 hours might work quite well. Or if you've got something with a lot of stains, or maybe it's a tablecloth at Christmas and you just wanted to get all them stains out, it would be perfect to put in a really long wash. But I just want to do a quick wash, so I can just select which ones I want. I can also as well over here press this options button, which allows us to get other things such as pre-wash. So the next one I have is another rinse. So this just adds on an additional rinse to the end of the wash, allowing us just to ensure that any of the additional liquid that we've had in here just gets washed out as well. I also as well have an anti-bac capability on here. This just allows us to run it at a different setting and just really try and get the most out of it. So if you're doing things like baby's bedding, or if you're just making sure that, say if you've had a cold or an illness, what you can do is put your sort of bedding in here and ensure that it's got an extra wash and make sure that you're getting the best out of that clean. We also as well have things like the spin cycle, and this just changes. So if I click through here, we just get the different levels of spin, whether it be up at the 1600 level, right down to 7, 5, 4, basically going all the way up or all the way down. We also as well have a delayed start, and the nice thing that I found on here is the delayed start allows you to go in blocks of 30 minutes. So I can click through and really ensure that I get the exact time of when I want this to start and finish as well. So in here also as well, I've got the temperature. If I press on here, I can basically get the temperature of how hot or cold I want them cottons to be washed. So over here as well, we have a few little settings, and this just basically tells us the weight of the washing that this can cope with. So at the moment we see a kilogram level, and again, it's going to show you in a setting of 4 blocks. So if you think of them more so in the half is around that sort of 4 kilos, the full lot is that 9 kilos. So as I click through the different ones, so white, wools. Wool only shows one block, so you're going to be going up to sort of a maximum of 2 kilos. But again, refer to the manufacturer's instructions that come with the actual machine itself for a full matrix of all the different types of wash cycles and the weight that goes alongside them. Again, making sure that you get the correct weighting here will give you longevity out of the washing machine. So the next button along on the panel is the auto dosing system. This allows us to take automatically from a unit within this drawer here. There's 2 little compartments which you fill up with the laundry liquid, so your washing up liquid, and also as well your laundry softener. And what happens is if I press this button, I can select either softener on its own, washing liquid on its own, or I can select both together. So the really nice thing about having an auto dose system is the fact that up to 21 washes of liquid can be stored in this compartment here. This allows us to be able to automatically put out the exact type and the exact amount of liquid and softener whenever you select the specific wash cycle. So if you're putting in a silk, what it will do is it will automatically dose the correct amount into it. Whether you're putting in a boil wash for your cottons, or if you're putting in a coloured cycle for your coats, it will automatically put in the correct amount of liquid. Up to 21 washes worth, so again, you're not having to worry about putting in or knowing the amount that you need to put in. It will automatically do all of that work for you. So again, really taking the guesswork out of your washing to get the best out of it. So next up on the actual panel itself is the steam function. This steam function is going to allow us to get the most out of the washing and basically bring together a shot of steam at the end of the cycle. This will allow the actual clothes to have less creases and less folds when you take the clothes out for either hanging up to dry or popping in the tumble. For me, it's actually made the laundry a lot simpler and a lot less crease when it comes out, also as well when it goes into the tumble. So if I use the iron function on the tumble dryer too, alongside this steam function, what I've actually found is that there's not much work to do at the end. So when it comes to ironing, it's a real simple job. So taking a look at the additional pieces, we've got a play and a pause, so basically a start and a stop button, and we've got the power button too. To power it off, you just press and hold and it will power it off. The one thing I have found about this menu, so if I power this back up, you'll see that it's not that bright. I've not been able to make any changes into the menu to actually increase this brightness. I know why it is, probably because it makes it look really sleek when it's powered off, but it would have been nice to have been able to have a customization of the actual power of the LEDs behind here to be able to see it a little bit more in the brightness. So again, when I get the sun coming in through the window here, it is quite difficult to see. But other than that, I really do like the way that this front panel looks. It's quite space age, but it's really nice in the fact that I can get it wet if I've got wet hands, and I'm not going to have to worry about touching any of the buttons. But also as well, it's really clear and concise. I know what I'm pressing and it makes it super easy to do. Especially this big total care button. Another lovely little feature that came from Hoover, and it allows you to be able to put together both coloured, whites, cottons, synthetics, all in one place, and basically press this one button and it allows you to do this all in one, either 59 minutes, 44 minutes, 30 minutes or 14-minute wash, making it super easy and super quick. So whether it's basically coming in from a day's work and you want to get your clothes ready for tomorrow, pop them in for an hour's wash, or if you're really in need of maybe a refresh on one of your shirts or something, pop it in for a 14-minute, get it in a spin cycle, and hey presto, it's nice and clean, ready for the next day. So I think the next thing we need to do is open up this section here, take a quick look, and also as well take a look at the door itself and the drum inside. So let's do that. So this is the drawer where you can pop in either your pre-whites, maybe it might be some stain remover, things like that. But what we have is we've got the ability to open up the actual drawer itself and remove this if need be. But we've also as well got the fact that we can open up this little hinge here and this little flap here, and this will allow us to preload in detergent, so washing liquid or softener, and it allows us to be putting in up to 21 washes worth. So the nice thing about that is you can pop them in and it automatically tells you when you're running out, or if you need to pop in more. And it allows you also as well to be able to say, I only want to put in softener, or I only want to put in detergent, or I can pop in both too. So the nice thing about that is that I can automatically dose all of my liquids. If I want to pop in some stain remover or whitening powder, I can pop that into this area here. I just shut that door and all I do is press the buttons on the panel over here, and hey presto, my wash is all done. So let's take a look at the rest of it. So the door itself is a massive door. It actually opens up to being quite a large area, really huge drum area to be able to put your washing in. I've got a load of sort of bed sheets here and some towels, and again I can put them in quite easily and pop them straight out. It's super easy to do, but it's also as well really nice to be able to get my whole arm in without having to worry about catching on anything. This rubber seal is all the way through. It's actually a dual level rubber seal here, so it's making sure that nothing's going to get out, but also as well everything's nice and safe. Again, this has just been on a boil wash and it's pretty much just damp. It's not really wet in the slightest. It's only been through at 1400 RPM, and again doesn't really actually weigh that much at the end of it. There's quite a lot there. I would probably say around about 6 kilos, and I'm really impressed with how quickly that it actually gets through this washing and how good that auto dosing system is. It smells lovely, it looks good, and I'm just going to pop that into the tumble in a minute. But one of the things that I have noticed about this, and it's an extra wide door opening, is the fact that this kind of double hinges on itself. So as it gets to about this point, it can move back and forth quite a bit. Now the problem that I've found is that as you go round and you want to close it, what happens is that this area here ends up catching itself. So as you can see, if I do that, it catches, and you've got to be very, very careful not to close it in on itself. And I have found a couple of times I've had to readjust that door so I don't catch this part on the inside against the metal. Apart from that, it's a really nice door. It opens really wide. I'm not restricted. I can get everything in without catching it either on the clip itself or on the actual hinge itself too. So again, really impressed to be honest. The only thing I have found is when it actually goes on high spin, about 1600, the actual machine itself does wobble around quite a lot. I've had to put a little bit of cardboard over here, and it seems to have adjusted it so it doesn't move around too much. But I've had this properly leveled out and it still has problems. This cardboard is just keeping it level at the moment and stopping it bashing against the drawers. So for me it was a little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping this was just going to be super silent, given the fact that when it doesn't move around too much and it's not in them higher RPMs, it actually sounds really quiet too. So I've been really impressed from that point of view. Just if it didn't spin so high and wobble around, then I think that would just make it a little bit nicer for me. So the Hoover AXI connected washing machine, a 1600 RPM, 9 kilogram, A++ rated, energy efficient washing machine with all the functions that you need to get your clothes washed super speedy, but also as well at really good quality. I think, to be honest, for me, I found it really beneficial. It's washed my clothes really well, but what I have noticed is using the customization off the actual menu panel here has allowed me to be able to get the best out of my washing, and actually seen an improvement in both my whites but also as well my colours too. So the thing that I've really liked the most is the auto dosing system in here. I've not actually forgotten to put in fabric conditioner anymore. It just does it. It automatically notifies me when I've not got any left in the machine, and I can just top it up as I go along. So it's been a real benefit to me. But also as well, having the app and it notifying me when my wash is completed is a real true benefit too. So again, I'm a busy household here with a couple of kids, and again, we do so much washing here. Tumble dry's either on or the washing machine's always on. And I really like the fact that I can go from one to the next and get the stuff done as quickly as possible. So as I say earlier on in the video, the only thing that's really bugged me about this machine itself is the opening of this door and the hinge. I do worry about it bashing on the side, but I have learned to make sure I open it up really gently. Apart from that, I think it's a wonderful washing machine if you're looking for something that's a little bit more fancy when it comes to tech, but also as well to get the best out of your laundry. So if the video has been useful, please hit that like button. If you want to ask any questions about the unit itself, please just pop them in the comments section down below. And if you want to stay tuned for more videos, hit that subscribe button with notification bell. I look forward to seeing you in another video.